Like, how can you genuinely not love this game? Hey, what's going on, guys? This is a bit of a weird format video, so let me know if you do like it versus what we normally do. I figured we'd try something different because I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about how good this game has been, at least to me. Because a lot of people have kind of spoken about the negatives, like the gacha being really good or really bad, subject to change. We don't really know for sure. The wording is a little bit weird. Sure, there's a couple combat issues with the dodging and, well, you know, the dodging's really the biggest complaint. But yeah, there have been very small issues, but they're kind of taking away from the positives of the game, at least in my opinion. Because everything that I've done in this game so far in these past 2 days, around, I would probably assume I have 18 hours playtime, nearly, if not there, maybe close. And we're level 21 on the account as of now. I know a lot of people are speedrunning through it, but I'm kind of taking my time a bit and doing everything live on Twitch, so I don't really, you know, leave anyone out or what we're doing in this beta, because I would say it matters to have the transparency in that side of things. So if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, because honestly, this game has made me love gacha again. Legitimately, I'm not even trying to glaze or anything. Like, just look at this. If you haven't played Death Stranding for longer than 5 seconds, you see this system, this flying fox, this zipline system. I made all this myself, and everything that you see in the sky, this is all connections I have done. I am essentially terraforming a world as much as I damn well please. Not to mention, the game is also just completely gorgeous. And if I just show you the map, like, you can see the map that I have laid out so far. So I can kind of get through the first core area with ease with my zip lines that we have here. The zipline pylons, and they all kind of go around and show you the stretch of where they go from and to. So I know I can kind of get around this direct area because these do follow the power, and ziplines need power. That's pretty obvious, right? But it just goes to show that if you do run out of your daily stamina, which, as you can see in the corner here, this system is in every gacha game, there is a lot of stuff to do when you do run out of the stamina, which a lot of games struggle with. Like, you look at your honkai Star Rails and Genshin Impacts and Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves has an aspect of where you can find echoes pseudo infinitely, which is a great system to have. Honkai's got nothing post stamina usage in your day, and Genshin is Genshin Impact. We don't really talk about that game. It's been dead for a while. But it's just something I want to mention because I feel like I can play this game all day and all night. And even if it's not related to building out the map and fleshing it out and making it easily traversable, there is something else that everyone has spoken about at this point, which is something that you can see here. It's the base. The base system is the greatest thing this game could possibly have. So I admittedly have a very, very average base as it stands, but it shows the areas of what can potentially come. It's a bit of a smaller base with the tree and everything, and if I do show you that, it sounds like there is a lot here, but it does feel like you get through it pretty quickly, and you do use the critical stuff fairly early game-wise. I haven't hit base ASE 3, which may potentially expand into a different area. Like, there's another electric mining rig that is automatic, off power, and is double as efficient as the first mining rig, right? Pretty basic late game upgrading from mid-game stuff. And yeah, the combat I haven't felt, at least for the in terms of the tower defense side, it doesn't feel necessary where I'm at. Again, 2 days in, 10-15 hours, level 21. I see how you can set it up and how it is very usable, but for me personally, I haven't felt like it would increase my productivity if I did set it up in certain areas. There are places that do reset daily where you can set this stuff up to make it usable and make it viable, but in terms of the beta, and hey, it is a beta, I will say that, it's not really the most required thing you can get away with, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I have seed units. These essentially build medicine, and medicine can be used automatically, as well as food buffs and that kind of thing in this game. If you have a look on my characters, you can see in the bottom here that they have this little icon next to them. You can set this up natively to be used automatically under a clause. So when you hit tactical here in their gear menu, you click this, you show your options, and within all of these, as you can see, it will restore HP per second for 6 seconds, and when it hits an equip effect, it instantly hits it. There's no going into a menu screen. There's no manual needing to pop it if you are low in HP in the middle of a fight. It's all done in the constraints of when you would use it anyway, which in my opinion is genius. And sure, I'm just kind of pointing out mechanics right now, and I do understand that. But the one thing that really made me think that this game is really something different is when I went to the quarry, when I did the side quest in the quarry. This is for me at least, this was the moment I realized, oh, this game is going to be special. Mainly because look how small you are. You have to climb all of this, and everything that you see in the area is directly usable. You can get there. It's all traversable. It's a game that without trying to sound like I am winning a meat writing competition, it legitimately feels like one of a kind. It feels more like a game that if I paid to play it, this is what I would receive. It doesn't feel like a free-to-play gacha with, you know, the idea of when characters come out, you spend your money then versus not when you get it. And just have a look at this, like just scenery-wise, the thing is gorgeous. Everything just feels so interactive, and the characters themselves too. They have permanent idle animations if you sit there for longer than 5 seconds. Everyone has one. You can see in the background you have everyone as well, kind of stanced up. Arklight as well, not to mention Sutra is there as well, kind of as being, well, Sutra, you know. If you ever battle the game, you just run Sutra on GG. That's been the thing in base Arknights, it's going to be a thing in Arknights Endfield. She is ridiculous. And back to when you have zero stamina gaming, because that's what gacha games kind of struggle with, which I think this game does perfectly, which reinvigorated my love for it, is this outpost mechanic. So as you can see here, these are essentially your daily expeditions. So in Honkai Star Rail, you have the expedition commission system where you put them away for 20 hours and they come back. And in Genshin, I believe they're called excursions. And in Wu, I don't actually know about Wu, so I don't know if I think it would be in the game. I just don't know what it's called. But as you can see here, I need to deploy these and they need 10 every minute. I have a yield of 15 because my factory is up there. It is doing well. And in return every minute, I get 10 prosperities and 11 convention certificates. And as you can see right now, I have 12k. I've been farming this for a while. We haven't got too far, but I've had this one min-maxed to be kind of self-sufficient since I unlocked it, which is pretty much what we needed, right? And there is an exchange where you can actually use these, and every 3 days it seems to refresh, or maybe it's even every 1 week. God, this light mode is insane. I hate these loading screens. But when you're in the base, when you're in the space station, you can go find someone to end up using these another level of currency. Ooh. Overworld Leviathan and Perlica, insane.
How is this place treating you, Endman? Hi there, Endman. Need something done?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Wait a moment. Here. This is for you.
Yeah? Wait, she gives me a gift? Hot, crunchy ribs. I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, look, just like that. That's another thing I noticed that wasn't in the game. And the more I play, the more I realize there are more and more things existing, which just make it feel alive. I haven't felt a gacha game, and I think that's what I am looking for, that has felt this alive in a long time. When Wu came out, I was in love with it. I still think it's a phenomenal game. Renacida is phenomenal. Honkai Star Rail for me personally has fell off in 3.0 from the little amounts I have played. I don't personally like the direction it's going. I'm kind of hanging around for the fake collab. But Endfield feels like a one-of-a-kind game that I've never really ever played before. I feel like it's Final Fantasy VII Remake meets Satisfactory, and it has a bit of an RTS kind of twist to it. But with that being said, I think the RTS side of the gameplay isn't really that mind-boggling. It doesn't feel like real-time strategy, it just feels like timing skills. Which isn't bad, I'm not saying that's a complaint, I'm just merely putting it out there, because I want to be as neutral as possible when I am saying what the game is doing right. There are obviously things that they aim to do, which I don't do as good. But back to this individual shop. With daily grinding of essentially just AFKing because I have a self-sustaining shop, I can buy almost anything in here. I could max all these out, 320 to get more XP mats, and you can buy stuff that you would usually use stamina for, ergo, you can use stamina for other things. The main reason I'm talking about stamina here and why this is the twist and the game changer that makes me fall in love with this game every time I log into it every day is because I have something to play once I've done it. It is going to be around 240 stamina once I have maxed it out, at least from what I understand. And every dungeon's 40 to 50 stam. You can call it sanity. I'm calling it stamina because that's neutral across all gacha games. And then it's gone, right? So you get about 5 minutes of gameplay before it goes away. But with the systems they have in place here, and not to mention as well, I am yet to venture it, outside of the regular factory, there is this base, which I am yet to do because I'm going to do it on stream so we can go through it in real time and analyze it and potentially make a video out of that as well. I just wanted to say I am in love with the product that they have given us so far. And Hypergriff, I want to give you the props, okay? The things you have done right, you have done really right. And I have seen content creators kind of dwell and focus on things like the gacha and the scuffed elements of combat. Haven't really seen any bugs, which I find interesting, and as far as I'm concerned, optimization's been really good. But I know mid to lower range PCs that don't fall into my category are suffering a bit more. So I have a bit of rose-tinted glasses looking into the optimization side of things, so I shouldn't comment on it. The game isn't flawless. We're going to go through at the end of the week and do a giant review to send in for the surveys to try and make this game as perfect as possible. But my god, they're at a great start. They have had a phenomenal start to this closed beta. And to be honest, with how polished that this beta really is, I do really wonder how close this is to coming out, because they're paying streamers to play it. You've seen Asmongold play it, he's been sponsored. CDog VA has been sponsored. Someone in Discord told me that Emma also got a sponsor. I'm trying to track the sponsorships because to put it in this many eyes to the public and spending this amount of money on advertising, you wouldn't do it if it was still a year and a half away now, would you? It's just financially an interesting look into things. Not that we're trying to theory craft, tinfoil hat, make some kind of reasonable explanation as to why they're sponsoring other than to get it into more eyes of the public, but I feel like it's closer than we may think, and you can feel that when you play it. I wish everyone could really give it a go, but it's a closed beta, and, well, if they did that, they may as well just release the game permanently, right? So, hold out for the release, guys. This game is special, and I just wanted to give it its time of day and really, you know, sing its praises because I think it really deserves it. Alright, and that's really been the video today. If you do like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Not to mention as well, we're probably going to be live on Twitch by the time you're watching this video. Be sure to go into the description and go to twitch.tv/MaximGacha to check us out and come say hi, right? If you disagree with what I say, let me know live on stream, in the comments, or even dislike the video if you think. We're open to criticism, but I think the game's doing well, and I can't wait to see the fixes they make and the future beta test in the mid-year, if it doesn't come out by then. Alright, boys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.